back to Odyssey Style Friday. Today I have my best friend here, Lindsey. Today we're going to be baking our favorite recipe, and it is called oat cake. You guys always ask what I do when I'm not dancing, and we obviously bake when we're not dancing, and I told you a little bit about that in my interview. So we're going to do our favorite thing to do, bake. So tell us, where did you get this recipe from?
Well, my mom has had it for a very long time, and I absolutely love oat cake. It's one of my favorite things to make.
So, as you can see, we have all the ingredients here, and it tells you what every single one is. This is what we will be doing first, and over here is our toppings. So, underneath the oat bar, we will put on the topping. So, let's get started. First, we need to preheat the oven. Let's go preheat the oven. Let's see what it tells us to do. 400. Okay, so that's gonna take about 8 minutes. First, we are gonna melt the butter.
So we're using 2/3 cup of butter or margarine. So now she's just using a spatula to make it so it's a nice melted butter. Okay, so now we have put the butter on a slow simmer, and we're going to add in 1 cup of packed brown sugar.
I did a very good job packing this. It's probably my first time I've ever done this.
So then on top of that, we are just going to pour a 4th cup of carob syrup in on top.
Yay!
So now we're just going to mix that all up.
Let's do it! Now we are going to add 1/4 cup of peanut butter.
So next we're going to add our 4th teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Next, we're going to put in our 4 cups of Quaker Oats. Next, Lindsey is going to be spraying the pan with non-stick cooking oil. Alright, so now we are going to spread it all out. But what we like to use, we like to use one of these just so that you can like fold it all the way down. First you're going to spread it out so that you can actually see it everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just in one spot. And then as she goes around, I'm just going to push it down so that it's flat. It's not a big amount.
And so it cooks all evenly.
You all better try this at home because I don't understand it. I don't know how it's so good, but it is. When she first told me about this recipe, I was like, okay, it sounds good, but I don't know if it's gonna be good. She's like, trust me, it's really good. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna trust you. So we first made it we actually make it at her house a lot more than my house, but I mean, it's really good. We actually made it for our New Year's party, and everybody loved it. It was all gone. It was so good. And Lindsey, does that look good?
Perfect. So now we are just going to grab some oven mitts and put it in the oven. Perfect. So while we wait, we are going to make the topping, which is a mixture of peanut butter, chocolate, and butterscotch. Okay, so now we're going to make our chocolate mixture that will go on top of the oat cake. So we're just going to create a double boiler if you don't have one. So we're going to add just a little bit of water to this pan. You're not going to want to put a lot just because you don't want it to boil over. So we just put a tiny amount, and now we're going to transfer this onto the stove.
Righty. Does it go on low or high? I can't remember.
I think it's about medium.
Alright, let's go with this.
So next we are going to add our peanut
Peanut
butter.
butter.
So we're going to add our 1/3 cup of peanut
We're
butter.
like, ah.
So you're going to scoop that in.
Sure.
So now we are just going to let that get a little bit warm and melt just a little bit
Before we add our chocolate.
So what we will be adding is chocolate and butterscotch. You can use either semi-sweet or milk chocolate. It doesn't really matter, it's just your preference. So we have a cup of chocolate and a 4th cup of butterscotch. That is my favorite.
Now that the peanut butter is warm, we're going to put our chocolate and butterscotch. Now that our oat cake is done, we are going to take it out.
First, we'll test it with a toothpick to make sure it's not super squishy. And we will make sure we turn off our oven. So now we're just going to let that cool for 5 minutes, and while we melt the rest of our chocolate and butterscotch.
Look at how good our chocolate looks. Alrighty. I think our chocolate is done. What about you?
I think it is too.
Alrighty, let's turn this on. Alright, so we are gonna start doing our topping for our oat cake. It's almost done. Well, not really.
So I will lift up a pan, and then Autumn can scrape it into the mixture.
Okay, if you're allergic to chocolate or something, you don't have to put the topping on it. But we really like the topping, though. We really like it without it. It's really yummy. Alright, and we are going to keep spreading it.
And you just want to make sure you cover the entire thing.
So now we are done. We have our chocolate on it with the oat cake, which is really good. So now we have to put it in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. And see. Thank you guys for watching Autumn's Freestyle Friday. Today we had an awesome time baking with you guys. We hope you like it. Thank you to my friend Lindsey for helping us today. And we will see you next week.
Scene.